Imagine soaring thousands of feet above the ground, trusting the skills of a team of professionals to bring you safely to your destination. But what if a single human mistake could bring that trust crashing down, literally? Today, we're uncovering some of the most catastrophic plane crashes caused by human error. When we think of aviation accidents, many of us picture mechanical failures or bad weather as the leading causes. But the reality is far more unsettling. Human error accounts for a significant percentage of these tragedies. From miscommunications to poor decisions under pressure, these errors have led to some of the deadliest incidents in aviation history. While these stories are heartbreaking, they've also been pivotal in making flying one of the safest modes of transportation today. Let's dive into some of these incidents and see how small mistakes led to devastating consequences, but also to crucial lessons. 1. United Airlines Flight 173, 1978, December 28, 1978. A routine flight from Denver to Portland took an unexpected and tragic turn due to a breakdown in cockpit communication. As the plane approached Portland for landing, the crew noticed an issue with the landing gear. The captain decided to circle the airport to troubleshoot the problem. Meanwhile, the first officer and flight engineer repeatedly warned about the aircraft's rapidly diminishing fuel levels. But the captain, fixated on the landing gear issue, ignored their concerns. Eventually, the fuel ran out, and the plane crashed into a wooded area, just a few miles short of the runway. 10 people lost their lives. This incident highlighted the dangers of authority gradient, where subordinates hesitate to challenge a senior figure, even in critical situations. It led to the development of Crew Resource Management, CRM, a training system that empowers all crew members to voice concerns effectively. 2. Air India Express Flight 812, 2010. Early morning on May 22, 2010, an Air India Express flight from Dubai to Mangalore overshot the runway in what would become one of India's worst aviation disasters. The captain, a highly experienced pilot, had logged thousands of flight hours but was reportedly fatigued. As the plane approached the runway, multiple automated warnings signaled that the descent was too steep. The co-pilot suggested a go-around, but the captain dismissed the warnings and proceeded with the landing. Tragically, the plane overshot the tabletop runway, crashed into a valley, and burst into flames. Of the 166 people on board, only 8 survived. This crash underlined the critical role of fatigue management in aviation and reinforced the importance of heating automated safety systems. 3. China Airlines Flight 140, 1994. On April 26, 1994, a simple error during landing preparations turned into a devastating accident. As the Airbus A300 approached Nagoya Airport in Japan, the crew accidentally activated the go-around mode, intended to abort a landing. This mode caused the plane's autopilot to override manual controls and pitch the nose up. Instead of disengaging the autopilot or properly handling the situation, the crew became overwhelmed and failed to regain control. The aircraft stalled and crashed near the runway, killing 264 of the 271 people on board. This incident emphasized the importance of proper training on automated systems, as well as the need for clear protocols when handling unintended activations of flight modes. 4. Northwest Airlines Flight 255, 1987, August 16, 1987, remains etched in the minds of aviation enthusiasts as the day a tragic oversight claimed 154 lives. The McDonnell Douglas Maryland 82 was preparing for takeoff from Detroit Metropolitan Airport. However, the crew forgot to configure the plane's flaps and slats, critical components needed for lift during takeoff. Normally, an alarm would alert the crew to this oversight, but on this day, the warning system failed. Seconds after leaving the ground, the aircraft stalled and crashed into a road, killing everyone on board except a 4-year-old girl. This disaster brought attention to the importance of pre-flight checklists and redundancy in warning systems, leading to improvements in cockpit design and procedures. 5. Japan Airlines Flight 123, 1985. While not entirely caused by human error during the flight itself, this incident is a stark reminder of the consequences of maintenance mistakes. On August 12, 1985, A Boeing 747 took off from Tokyo with 524 people on board. Just 12 minutes into the flight, an improperly repaired bulkhead gave way, causing explosive decompression and rendering the plane uncontrollable. Despite the crew's heroic efforts, the aircraft crashed into a mountainside, killing 520 people, the deadliest single aircraft accident in history. The investigation revealed that improper maintenance by Boeing years earlier was to blame. This tragedy reinforced the critical need for stringent maintenance protocols and inspections. 6. Flydubai Flight 981, 2016. This relatively recent crash is a heartbreaking example of how poor decision-making in adverse weather can have fatal consequences. On March 19, 2016, Flydubai Flight 981 was attempting to land in Rostov-on-Don, Russia, amid strong winds and poor visibility. After an unsuccessful landing attempt, the crew decided to circle and try again. However, during the second approach, the captain overcorrected the plane's descent rate, causing it to crash into the runway at high speed. All 62 people on board lost their lives. This incident highlighted the importance of adhering to established go-around procedures and the need for better training to handle high-stress situations. 7. Alaska Airlines Flight 261, 2000, January 31, 2000. A routine flight from Puerto Vallarta to Seattle turned into a nightmare due to a mechanical failure exacerbated by questionable decision-making. The horizontal stabilizer, a crucial component for controlling the plane's pitch, became jammed due to poor maintenance. The pilots attempted to troubleshoot the problem but made a critical error by overriding the system manually. This caused the plane to enter an uncontrollable dive, eventually crashing into the Pacific Ocean and killing all 88 people on board. This tragedy emphasized the importance of adhering to manufacturer guidelines and conducting regular maintenance to prevent mechanical failures. These incidents remind us how human error, whether in flight, maintenance, or decision-making, can lead to catastrophic outcomes. However, they also show the resilience of the aviation industry, which has learned from these tragedies to improve safety and technology. Today, flying is safer than ever, thanks to those lessons. So, the next time you board a plane, remember that every smooth takeoff and landing is built on the hard-earned lessons of the past. If you found this video insightful, like, share, and subscribe to Cherry on Top for more incredible content.